Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to continue with some Pine Tar Baseball, our Steve Carlton 1972 Barnstorming Tour. And it sets foot in New York, in the Bronx, versus the 1972 Yankees. It'll be the lefty, Steve Carlton, taking on the righty for the New York Yankees, Steve Kline. Carlton, a tremendous 1972. 27 wins, 10 losses, 1.97 ERA. The Phillies of 1972 were god-awful. They won under 60 games, so you can see Carlton won the majority of their games. Steve Kline for the Yankees, who were above 500, 16-9 with a 2.40. Carlton is a A-plus pitcher all the way through the game on the road or at home, and this is in Yankee Stadium, so it'll be on the road. Kline at home is an A-plus the first two times through the order, and then he drops to a B. Carlton has automatic strikeouts, 55 and 77. Steve Kline has no automatic strikeouts and no automatic walks. So let's roll some Pine Tar Baseball. The 1972 set is available. Just email Kurt Berglund. Check out his channel. You can get his email address. That's Kurt Berglund. And the PDF is available. And if you order the PDF, or actually if you just ask Kirk, you can get the 1986 Red Sox free. So let's get to the starting lineups and roll some Pine Tar Baseball. For the 1972 Phillies, as we stated, Steve Carlton is on the mound. We are playing with a DH. It's a barnstorming tour, and it's my game, and I like the designated hitter. For the Phillies, leading off playing third base will be Harmon. That's Terry Harmon. Batting second at first base is Joe Liss. Greg LUZINSKI will bat third. He's in left field. Willie MONTANEZ is in center. He's the cleanup hitter. HUTTON is the DH. He'll bat fifth. BOONE does the catching and will bat sixth. The Fro, Oscar Gamble, is in right field batting seventh. Denny Doyle plays second, bats eighth. Larry BOWA at short will bat ninth. For the 1972 Yankees, Roy White will lead things off and play left field. Thurman Munson will bat second and do the catching. Bobby Mercer's in center and will bat third. ALOU is at first. That's Felipe ALOU. He's the cleanup hitter. Ron SWOBODA is in right field. He'll bat fifth. John Ellis will be the designated hitter. Horace Clark will bat seventh and play second base. Gene Michael plays short and bats eighth. And is it Hal Lanier? Let me just double check that name. It is Hal Lanier. He'll play third base and bat ninth. Steve Kline is on the bump for the Yankees, 16-9, 2.40. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. Steeler fan 1933. Thank you for joining us at the stadium here in the Bronx, a.k.a. Matt. So here we go to start the ball game. It will be... Oh, we got that mixed up here. No, that's right. Steve Kline on the mound for the hometown Yankees. Terry Harmon at the plate. Kline is a righty. Maximum innings pitched before any adjustment or pitcher modification. 7 innings for Carlton, 8 innings. He's a righty. Terry Harmon at the plate, third baseman. Reaches safely 0 through 43 against righties. Kline's ready to work. Munson sets the target. Ball game on its way. The pitch to Terry Harmon. That's a 1, so that's going to be a 97. And that's going to be a line shot. And snaring it at first base is Felipe ALOU. So Harmon hit it on the screws, but he lines out to first as we're going to lose the chart. It's going to fall. Let's slide that way. 1 down. Uncle Dave Little's at the ballpark. How you doing? Check out that wonderful YouTube channel. Here's Joe Liss, the first baseman. Righty-righty matchup. Liss reaches safely 0 through 33 against right-handed tossers. The windup and the pitch from Steve Kline. And that's going to be a 53 Strike 3. Big swing and a miss. So Joe Liss goes down via the K. And let's keep track of the outs. That's why we have the Chris Anderson scoreboard up. So there's 2 outs, no one on. And here comes the bull, the left fielder, Greg LUZINSKI. LUZINSKI, right-handed power bat, reaches safely 0 through 32. Munson sets the target. The pitch to the bull, Greg LUZINSKI. That's going to end the inning. That is an 80. LUZINSKI will hit a lazy fly ball to center. Bobby Mercer's there. He makes the catch. 1, 2, 3. Go the Phillies in the top of the first. Here come the New York Yankees. Due up for the Yankees, White, Munson, and Mercer to face the lefty, Steve Carlton. Captain Carl Yates at the ballpark. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Here comes Roy White. White, a switch hitter. He'll bat righty against the left-handed throwing Carlton. Against lefties, he reaches safely 0 through 32. Carlton's ready to work. The pitch to Roy White, and that is a 0-8. And that's going to be a single. So Roy White greets Steve Carlton with a 0-8 single to center. White at first. And now bring up Thurman Munson, the catcher. Phillies looking to turn 2. Boone sets the target. The pitch from Carlton to Munson. That's a 5. That's a 94. And that's going to be an out. 94. That's lifted to left field. Moving towards the line, making the catch is the lumbering Greg LUZINSKI. Retreating back to first is Roy White. So Munson flies to left. One down. Center fielder Bobby Mercer at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. Carlton's ready. He rocks and deals to Bobby Mercer. That's going to be a 41. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking pitch. 2 down. Roy White's at first. Now bring up the cleanup hitter, Felipe ALOU, one of 3 baseball-playing brothers. Matty, Felipe, and Jesus. I think there are only 3 brothers. Joining us at the ballpark, MV. Hope all is well. Check out his channel. Here's the pitch. Roy White will be off on contact. ALOU against lefties reaches safely 0 through 30. The pitch to Felipe ALOU. Carlton fires up a 69. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Going back a bit, reaching up to make the catch is the Fro himself, Oscar Gamble. Leadoff single does no damage. We're through 1 here in the Bronx. No score. Phillies coming to bat. Due up for the Phillies, Montanez, Hutton, and Boone. To face Steve Kline. Kline retired the first 3 Phillies, 1, 2, 3. As Captain Carl Yates says, at least they're both better hitting teams than the 72 Rangers. Yeah, they're pretty bad. MV equals Mousy Dread. How are you, my friend? Here's Willie Montanez, left-handed batting center fielder, digs in. He reaches against righties 0 through 34. Kline nods his head. He kicks and deals to Willie Montanez. And that's going to be a 37. Strike 3, outside corner. Froze him with the breaking pitch. That is the second strikeout for Kline. And now, Red Sox fan remembered to put the out in. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Tom Hutton. Hutton, against righties, reaches 0 through 35. Munson wiggles the fingers. Kline nods his head. The pitch to Tom Hutton. That's going to be a 95. Fly ball to left. Roy White, moving to his left, makes the catch. 2 down. So Kline on his A game today. Base is empty, 2 outs for the Phillies catcher, Bobby Boone. Boone reaches 0 through 32 against righties. The windup and the pitch from Kline to Bob Boone. That's going to be a 40. Strike 3. Swing and a miss, bada. And 1, 2, 3. Go the Phillies once again. Kline strikes out 2 in the inning. He now has 3 Ks. So Kline moving along. Due up for the Yankees in the bottom of the second. Ron SWOBODA. Then it's Ellis and Clark. Steve Carlton back up on the mound. As Mousy Dread says, I changed my logo. I like it. I like it, my friend. Here's Ron SWOBODA against lefties. He's a right-handed batter. He reaches 0 through 39. The leg kick and the pitch from Carlton to SWOBODA. That's a 32. And that will be a walk. So Ron SWOBODA works a walk. First base is not occupied, so it will be a walk. Because if you're an A plus A or B pitcher, anytime first base is occupied, you roll a walk. It's a two balls instead, and you roll again. And if it happens again, then it is a walk. So SWOBODA reaches. Again, the Yankees get their leadoff runner on. Ron SWOBODA is at first. No outs. And here comes the designated hitter, John Ellis, reaching safely 0 through 24, though he has homers 0 through 3. Phillies looking to turn 2 up the middle. The pitch to John Ellis from Steve Carlton. That's a 6, and that is an 11. And an 11 will go to a positive defensive roll table. If we hit the ball to a positive defender, which the Phillies do not have any, so it will be a hit. The Phillies do not have a positive defender on the field. So let's see where the hit's going to be. It's a 54. That's a hit to center field, and it's going to drop in front of Montanez, who is a neutral fielder, and the original roll was an 11. So SWOBODA will stop at second. That's the way we'll play that, because it's an odd number. So Ellis gets a single. No outs, 2 on. Bottom of the second. Yankees have something brewing here, folks. Remember, our first barnstorming matchup was Carlton and the 72 Phillies taking on the 1965 Dodgers and Sandy Koufax, and that was one heck of a ball game. Here's Horace Clark. No outs, 2 on. Clark, 74 for a sacrifice bunt. As MV says, you are right. 3 ALOU brothers, Felipe, Matty, and Jesus. Didn't they all play on the Giants at the same time in the 60s? I do know that they all played for the Springfield, Massachusetts Giants, or maybe 2 out of 3 played. My dad cut their hair, as he was a barber. So that's why I have some affinity for them and the Giants. I don't know if they're all 3 on the Giants at the same time. They could have been. Here's Horace Clarke, and I think Michael's up next. We're going to play a little small ball here. He's going to try to lay down the bunt. 74 and lower it successfully. Squares the bunt. And it's an 81. Unbelievable. That's like me rolling for a steal in Strat. That bunt will not be successful. That will be a failure. They're going to get the lead runner. So out at third is Ron SWOBODA, and it's an 81. Fielded by the nice play, fielded by the first baseman, Joe Liss, who fires to third to get the force out, and covering third on the wheel play was a shortstop, Larry BOWA. So SWOBODA is out. Clarke reaches fielder's choice. 3-6. I'm just going to put fail bunt. Going to second is ELLIS. So SWOBODA erased from the base paths. ELLIS at second. Clarke for unbelievable. I rolled an 81. So one out here. And here's Gene Michael. I should have just swung away. Again, the Cardinals looking for a double play ball. Michael, switch hitter, will bat righty against the left-handed throwing Carlton. He reaches safely 0-29. On deck, Hal Lanier. The pitch to Gene Michael from Steve Carlton. That's a 4. That's a 51. On the ground, that's going to be a double play. And it's hit to the second baseman. It's going to be 4-6-3, and the inning is over. So that goes Doyle to BOWA, back to Liss, and the side is retired. So Michael bangs into the 4-6-3 double play. A promising start has a miserable finish for the Yankees here in the bottom of the second. Phillies coming to bat. We go to the top of the third, still scoreless here in the Bronx in our Steve Carlton barnstorming tour. That was what you call a squander. Clinton Parks, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Oh, Clinton Parks says the ALOU brothers were all on the Giants in 1963, and I believe as a stunt, they all started in the outfield for one game together. That is cool. Thank you, Mr. Clinton Parks. So Steve Kline back on the bump for the Yankees. Kline has not given up a hit, and he has struck out 3. He'll face Oscar Gamble, Denny Doyle, and Larry BOWA, the bottom third of the Phillies order. The pitch to the fro, Oscar Gamble. Steve Kline, that's going to be a 74. Gamble reaches safely 0-31. This is going to be an out, and it's going to be a fly ball to right field, and Ronnie SWOBODA will make the catch. So Gamble flies out to his counterpart. 1 down, top of the third. That'll bring up left-hand batting second baseman Denny Doyle. Doyle against righties reaches safely 0-29. Munson sets the target. The pitch to Denny Doyle, a future Red Sox. And that is a 2, and that's going to be a 16. And Denny Doyle will single on the 16 roll. And that will be a single to left, so he slaps the ball the other way. That's the first base runner for the Phillies with 1 out. So Doyle at first. 1 out. You know, did I look at the... I mean, he was out anyway, the 81. I'm curious about something, because sometimes I have a bad habit, and I look at the steal for the sacrifice bunt. So we had Clarke's sacrifice. Yeah, he's actually a 59. I looked at the wrong thing, but he's out anyway. I mean, he made a bad bunt. Sometimes it's... I don't know why I look at the SBC, which is stolen base chance. But anyway, my faux pas. He's still out. Probably wouldn't have bunted with a 59. I might have. All right, Denny Doyle at first, 1 out. And here's Larry BOWA. Kline deals to BOWA. That's a 6. That's going to be a 63 on the ground. Hit to short. And that's going to be a double play ball. And that will end the inning. As it's going to go Michael to Clark. To ALOU. So 6-4-3, how do you do? Michael to Clark to ALOU. And the side is retired. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That goes 6-4-3 DP. Bottom of the third. Still scoreless here in New York. Yankees coming up to bat. Carlton going back to the mound. Due up for the Yankees. LAIER, then the top of the order. White and Munson. Let's bring that down a bit. There we go. Pitcher's best friend, the double play. So lefty Steve Carlton back up on the bump. Christopher Slovak is here at the ballpark. Check out his wonderful YouTube channel. All kinds of great stuff on there. Some soccer, some football. So here's Hal LAIER against the lefty Steve Carlton. He reaches safely 0-25. Carlton looking to put up another goose egg. The pitch to Hal LAIER. That's a 2, and that's a 97. Line shot to the leaping Larry BOWA at short. Nice job by BOWA. So LAIER hits it on the screws, and he lines out to Larry BOWA. 1 down in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up the top of the order, Roy White. He's 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. Boone sets a target. The pitch to the Yankee left fielder, Roy White. That's a 25. Derivative of 5. Would be a walk, but Steve Carlton's an A-plus pitcher, and a walk turns into a strikeout. And Roy White does not like the call there, but it's Carlton's second K, and Roy White goes back to the bench. Not a happy Bronx Bomber. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Base is empty. White's still not happy. Here comes Thurman Munson. He says something to the umpire. Says, we better get that call. Munson flew out to left. He's 0 for 1. Carlton's ready. He rocks and deals to Thurman Munson. That's an 84. Munson swings the stick, sends it to center field. Willie Montanez coming in. He'll make the catch. And 1-2-3 go the Yankees quietly in the bottom of the third. We go to the top of the fourth. No score here in the Bronx. Kline goes out. Gets his warm-up tosses between innings. I will take a sip of water. And back to the ball game we go. Captain Carl 8 says, I should have checked my strat cards. I have the 1962 Giants along with a couple of other all-time great teams. 27 Yankees, 34... I have those too! They're basic. They're fun teams. I have a bunch of basic cards trying to... I might do a little tournament with them. I have so many projects in my head. I gotta get back to my 1969 strat tournament, but I like great pitching. I'm going to stay away from the one-and-dones once I finish that. I think I like the barnstorming tours. So, all right, here we go. Top of the fourth, due up for the Phillies. Top of the order, Harmon, LIS, and LUZINSKI. Remember, Kline is an A-plus pitcher the first 2 times through the order, and then he drops to a B the third time and for the rest of the game as long as he's in there. So here's Harmon, 0 for 1. He lined out to the first baseman, Felipe Alou. Kline's ready. He deals to Terry Harmon. 76. Harmon swings the stick. And that's going to be a fly out to right. Making the catch is Ron SWOBODA. So Harmon's 0 for 2. That's 1 out for the 72 Phillies here in the top of the 4th. I'll bring up Joe Liss. He was a strikeout victim of Kline. Kline has struck out 3. Munson goes through the signs. Kline nods his head. He deals to Joe Liss. And that is a 56. Either way you cut it. Ground ball to first. Felipe ALOU has it. Takes it to the bag himself. 2 down. So there's 2 outs here. In the top of the 4th. And here's the bull. Greg LUZINSKI. LUZINSKI flew to center. Can LUZINSKI jack one out? The pitch to the bull. Greg LUZINSKI. Kline fires in a 69. That's a hard hit ball to short. Michael backhands it, fires to ALOU, and 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless here in the Bronx. Due up for the Yankees, Mercer, ALOU, and SWOBODA to face the lefty Steve Carlton. Bobby Mercer, once thought to be the heir apparent to Mickey Mantle. Never lived up to that, but was a very good player in my opinion. Here's Bobby Mercer. He struck out against the lefty. Lefty-lefty matchup. Carlton deals to Mercer. And that's a 2. How do you do? 63. Bobby Mercer swings the stick. He grounds it to BOWA. BOWA's up with it. Throws it to Joe Liss. 1 away. Mercer now 0 for 2. These pitchers are on the mark today. Here's Felipe ALOU. How do you do? Felipe flew out to gamble in right. He awaits the Carlton offering. Doesn't have to wait long. Pitch homeward bound. That's a 17 for Felipe ALOU. And that will be a single. So Felipe ALOU singles to left. He pulled that pitch. So ALOU singles to left. 1 out for the Yankees. No score. Bottom of the 4th. And here's Ron SWOBODA. SWOBODA walked and was forced out at third when we made a mistake, and we bunted with Clark because I don't think I would have done it with the 59. I looked at his stolen base. I saw, 74. I rolled an 81 anyway, so here we go. 1 out, 1 on for Ronnie SWOBODA. Again, Carlton looking for the strikeout of the double play ball off the bat of SWOBODA. Boone sets the target. Pitch to Ron SWOBODA. That's a 5, and that's going to be a 52. Swing and a miss. Chased high and in. He was looking to jack it out of Yankee Stadium. He'll take a turn and go back to the dugout. That is the 3rd strikeout for the lefty Steve Carlton. Oops. 2 outs. ALOU will be off on contact, and here comes the DH, John Ellis. Ellis singled and was stranded at second. Back in the 2nd. Carlton deals quickly to John Ellis. It's a 4. Ellis swings the stick and swings it well. That is a 12. He has another hit. That's why we put him in the lineup. Actually, we put him in the lineup because he had a chance to hit a home run off a lefty. But that is a 12, and ALOU's going to go with 2 outs and an even roll. Moderate runner. He goes first to third. Yankees will have runners on the corner as that was a single to right. So Ellis is 2 for 2. Yankees got something brewing here. Can they finally push a run across against Carlton and the Phillies? So 1st and 3rd, 2 outs for the Yankees. Carlton's got a bear down here. RJL518 has joined us at the stadium. Check out that wonderful channel. So let's just move ALOU over here. Slide this way. Slide that way. As the helmets come into play now. And let's slide the helmets a little bit this way. Horace Clarke failed on his sacrifice bunt, but he can make amends here with a clutch 2-out hit. Carlton takes a deep breath. He deals to Horace Clarke. And that's a 19 for Horace Clarke. 19. Single, but with a 19, if he's a slow runner, he is out, but it's going to be an infield hit as it rolls past Carlton. BOWA picks it up, has no place to go. Scoring from third is ALOU, and it's 1-0 Yankees. So Clarke hit the ball in the right spot, and he'll pick up a ribby on the infield hit. Advancing to second is ELLIS. So ALOU scores. ELLIS at second. Clarke at first. Had he been a slow runner, he would have been thrown out in a great play by the shortstop. But he's a moderate runner. So 1-0 Yankees as they strike first. There we go. Here's Gene Michael. He banged into that inning-ending double play. The Yankees squandered a golden opportunity in the second. But he can make amends. Carlton's ready. Nods his head. Boone sets the target. The pitch to Gene Michael. 2 outs. First and second. 1-0 Yankees. Bottom of the fourth. That's a 4. And that's going to be a 50. And that will be a ground out to second. But let's just say a ground out turns into a strikeout. So a foul ball right side. The next pitch. Swing and a miss. And the side is retired. Carlton strikes out his 4th. But the Yankees push a run across against Steve Carlton. We go to the top of the 5th. 1-0 New York. And Kline, will that one run be enough to win this game? Probably not. Top of the 5th. 1-0 Yankees. Due up for the Phillies. Montanez, Hutton, and Boone. If anyone gets on the fro, Oscar Gamble. Carlton is an A-plus pitcher all the way through the game unless a modifier takes place. And he can go 8 innings. If he does not give up more than 2 runs, he can go 9 or more. Here's Kline. Kline throwing a shutout for the first 4. Here's Willie Montanez. He was a strikeout victim. He's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch to Willie Montanez. Can he get something going here? Not with that roll. That's a 95. Montanez will fly out to the left fielder. Roy White for out number 1. He's now 0 for 2. So Kline really keeping the Phillies' bats off balance. 1 out, no one on. For the Phillies, here's Tom Hutton. Hutton flew out to White his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Munson goes through the sign, sets the target, the pitch to Tom Hutton, and that's a 0-4 for Hutton. And Hutton lashes that ball down the left field line for a double. So Tom Hutton, 0-4. That's a double, not a derivative of 5, so there's no chance of changing that on the pitcher grade. And here come the Phillies tying run with 1 out in scoring position on the double by Tom Hutton. Hutton's a moderate runner, and that brings up Bob Boone. Boone was a strikeout victim. Can he tie this game up for the Phillies? Kline peeks over his shoulder. Now in at Munson. Here's the pitch to Bob Boone. That's a 4. And that's an 18. An 18. And that will be a single. Hutton will have an opportunity to score here. As it's an even number. Moderate runner can take 2 bases. Yankees will have a chance to throw him out. So Bob Boone with a clutch hit to left, and Roy White has a weak arm, so it has to be a red 0 and a white 5 or under. Here's the throw by Roy White. Oh, it's close, but no cigar. Let's double check Roy White's arm. It is weak. It had to be a 0-5, and just sliding under the tag is Hutton, and Munson is protesting vehemently. But we have a tie ball game on the clutch hit by Bob Boone. And it's 1-1. Bob Boone claps his hands at the plate. Still only one out. 1-1, so the Phillies come right back and tie this thing up. Good job by Bobby Boone. And here comes the fro, Oscar Gamble. 1 out, 1 on, 1-1 ball game, top of the 5th. Kline looking for the double play ball. The pitch to the fro, Oscar Gamble. That's an A73. If it's on the ground, that's going to be 2, but it's in the air. That ball's hit to right. Going halfway is Boone. Making the catch in right field is Ron SWOBODA. Fires it back in, and Boone retreats back to first. So 2 outs now. Boone will be off on contact. And here's Denny Doyle. Doyle singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. On deck is BOWA. Doyle digs in the left-hander's batter's box. A slight crouch, looking to slap that ball through the infield. Here's the pitch from Kline. And Kline throws up a 34. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking pitch. And the side is retired, but not before a clutch single by Boone ties it up at 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-1 here in the Bronx between the 72 Phillies and the 72 Yankees. You are watching the Steve Carlton Barnstorming Tour. As Carlton goes out on the mound with the game tied. Due up for the Yankees in the bottom of the 5th. LAIER, then the top of the order, White and Munson. Carlton takes his warm-up tosses. LAIER hit the ball on the screws to short, but a leaping Larry BOWA denied him the hit. The 1972 Pine Tar set that just came out. All right, here's Hal LAIER, right-handed batter. Carlton on the mound. Looks in at Boone. The windup and the pitch to LAIER. And that's a 6. LAIER's going to get a decent pitch here. 12, and LAIER will single. So, not Bob, that's the basketball player. Hal LAIER, single, so that's a 12. That's a single to right field. So he sat back on the breaking pitch and went the other way. He's now 1 for 2. How do you do? So LAIER at first. He's a moderate runner. Top of the order, Roy White. White has singled and struck out. He's 1 for 2. Carlton, he's ready. He rocks and deals to Roy White. 4. 54. Ground ball back to Carlton. And that's going to be a double play. Carlton pivots, throws. So if White is batting righty, he throws to the second baseman. Relay throw to first. Double play. 1 for 3. And there are 2 down. Double play. 1 to 4 to 3. Erasing LAIER from the base paths. So that goes Carlton to Doyle to LIS. So pitcher's best friend, 2 for 1. We never even put LAIER at first. Well, he wasn't there long enough. So 2 outs, base is empty now. Bottom of the 5th, 1-1 score. Now I'll bring up the Yankee catcher, Thurman Munson. Munson is 0 for 2, 2 flyouts. Boone wiggles the fingers. Carlton with a quick acknowledgement with a nod of the head. The pitch to Thurman. Munson, 72. How do you do? Munson bangs it to third. Up with it is Harmon. Across the diamond to List, and the side is retired. Double play really helped out Carlton, and then Munson bangs out 5-3. Top of the 6th, knotted at 1 here in the Bronx. Steve Carlton Barnstorming Tour, 1972 and before and beyond. We'll see all kinds of great pitching matchups in this Barnstorming Tour. Nothing set in stone. We'll go as we feel. Due up for the Phillies in the top of the 6th. BOWA in the top of the order. Harmon and LIS. So BOWA is the last batter that Kline will face as an A-plus batter. And then it's the third time through the order. So his A-plus drops to a B rating. So here's Larry BOWA. BOWA 0 for 1. Banged into a double play. The windup and the pitch from Kline to BOWA. And that is a 6. And that's going to be a 13. And that's going to be unlucky for Kline, because that will be a single to right. So BOWA singles to right as the Phillies threaten to take the lead here in the top of the 6th. BOWA's at first. Kline, now the third time through the order, again goes to a B grade. Still a good pitcher, but not an A+ anymore. And here's Terry Harmon. Harmon's 0 for 2. He's lined out to first and flown out to right. Harmon will swing away. The pitch from Kline to Harmon, and that's a 0-7. And that's going to be a single. Stopping at second will be BOWA because it's an odd roll. 0-7, that's a ball hit to center. So the first 2 runners are on for the Phillies. Harmon is now 1 for 3. Phillies got something brewing. No outs, top of the 6th. 2 on for Philadelphia. 1-1 ball game. That brings up Joe Liss. And we're definitely not going to... no. 0 through 3. Chance to hit a homer. He's our number 3 batter. We're not bunting. Kline in a bit of a pickle here. He takes a deep breath. Arms down to his chest. The leg kick and the pitch to Joe Liss. That's a 26. 26. B-grade pitcher. That is not a walk. First base is occupied. We go to a full count. 3-2. We do it again. Kline's got to make a big pitch here. He rocks and deals to Joe Liss once again. And it's an 11. And Joe... okay, so this is a positive fielder roll. Can they rob a base hit from Joe Liss? Do the Yankees have a positive fielder? Yes. White in left. Clark at second. Michael at short. Here, where's the ball hit to? 23. What will it be? We shall see. It is hit to right. SWOBODA is not a positive fielder. He is a neutral fielder. It's going to drop in. It's going to drop in, and the bases will be loaded. SWOBODA made a dive at it. BOWA didn't get a good read on it. We're going to go with the 11, so it's an odd number. He will stop at third. 3 singles in a row. BOWA at third. Harmon at second. And Joe Liss at first. Yankees get their bullpen up. The bases are juiced with Phillies. 1-1 ball game. LUZINSKI at the plate. And I just lost the green die on the floor. Fudge knocker. You got to be kidding me. Oh, I found the green die. Do we play the infield in? LUZINSKI could strike out, though. Infield will look for 2. We're not playing the infield in. Here's the pitch to the Bull, Greg LUZINSKI. He's 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Kline, 650, and that's what we got, what we wanted. Strikeout, B grade though, on a 50. Strikeout stays a strikeout. If he was a poopy pitcher, it might not be a strikeout. But we got that strikeout. Bases still stay loaded, but now there is 1 out as the Bull with a mighty swing and a whiff. 1 out, top of the 6th, bases still full of Phillies. And here's Willie Montanez. Again, they're going to look for 2. Montanez digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Kline, a bead of sweat down his brow. The pitch to Willie Montanez. That's a 358 to Willie Montanez. Ground ball to first. We were not playing the infield in. 58. No runner on first. We gotta go bases. Where's the bases loaded table? There we go. Ground out. Bases loaded. Ground ball to first. White dies an 8. The runner will score. Oh, wait. Oh. Ground ball to first. It's an 8. 3 stars. So let's read this. Any fielder's choice, R3A, results force runner at first out. Runner on first out at second, while the runner on third scores. All right, so they don't turn 2 there. They try to go for 2. They don't turn it. And scoring with the go-ahead run from third base is BOWA. 2-1 Phillies. Harmon goes to third. LIS is out at second on the fielder's choice by Montanez, which went 3-6. The relay throw not in time. Good hustle by Montanez, and he's going to pick up a ribby, and that's the go-ahead ribby. So there's 2 outs. Phillies up 2-1. And it's first and third. Runners on the corners for Philadelphia. So BOWA scored. Harmon goes to third. LIS is out. And Montanez is at first. RBI fielder's choice. And we lost the green die again. Unbelievable. Right out of the hand. We got you again, though. He doesn't run as far as GGO used to do. So here's Tom Hutton. 2-1. Hutton's doubled and scored the first run on the Boone single back in the 5th. And he's also flown out to left. This could be it for Kline. The pitch to Hutton with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. That's a 4. That's a 30. A walk. B grade. But it's a derivative, so now we got a few things. We know it's not a walk. First base is occupied. But now let's go to a walk. B grade. Stays a walk, but first base is occupied, so it's a 3-2 count. We do it again. Oh boy, tense moments here in the Bronx. Here's a pitch from Kline again to Tom Hutton. That's a 3. That's an 18. And that's a single. So the Phillies, unbelievable. And that's going to be it for Kline, I think. So that's a single on the 18 to left field. That's going to score Harmon, who trots in from third. 3-1 Phillies. And with 2 outs, even roll. Montanez read that ball really well, and there's 2 outs anyway. He's off on contact. Again, it's first and third. But now it's 3-1 Philadelphia. That's a... Oops. 3-1 Philadelphia as they get 2 here in the top of the 6th. Montanez at third. Hutton at first. And here comes Bob Boone. Righty-righty matchup. He's given up 3 runs now. He can only go to 7. Oh, boy. Let's check out the Yankees. We got our pitchers prepared. It's too early for Sparky Lyle. He can go 2, though. Lindy McDaniel is an A-plus pitcher with an automatic walk on 77. And he's a righty. So he still reaches. It's the A-plus that makes the difference there, though. There. We're going to lift him. That's it for Kline. We're going to go Lindy McDaniel. So Kline is responsible for the runners at first and third, 2 outs. He's given up 3 runs so far. Kline went 5 2/3. And again, he's still responsible for the runners at first and third. Montanez at third, Hutton at first. And we're going to bring in Lindy McDaniel. And we're going to second guess ourselves. Maybe we should have done that a little sooner. So here comes Lindy McDaniel. A-plus pitcher at home for 2 innings in relief. And he comes into a pickle here. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, 3-1 Phillies. He's done with his warm-up tosses. Has a quick word with Munson. Munson back behind the plate. Boone steps in the right-hander's batter's box. McDaniel's ready to work. The windup and the pitch to Bob Boone from Lindy McDaniel. And that's a 27. And that's a single. As the hit parade continues, it's going to be 4-1 now. And that run will be charged to Kline. Trotting home from third is Montanez. And that's a 27, so holding at second is Hutton. Second RBI for Bob Boone, the catcher. As he's now 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 ribbies, and a strikeout. Still only 2 outs. Phillies have plated 3 runs in the top of the 6th. Hutton at second. Boone at first. That run is charged to Kline. Let me do this. Blue. There we go. 4-1 Phillies. Here comes the Fro, Oscar Gamble. McDaniel to Gamble. That's a 5. That's a 32. And he hits McDaniel. Oh, my Lord. He hits Gamble with a pitch. The bases are juiced. Hutton to third. Boone to second. And Gamble to first. The Yankees falling apart here. And now bring up Denny Doyle. 4-1 Phillies. 2 outs. No place to put Doyle. Munson has a word with McDaniel. A stern word. Now back behind the plate. Squats down. Smacks the mitt. Sets the target. The pitch to the left-handed batting Denny Doyle. And that's a 0-3 to Denny Doyle. And Doyle's going to double. Denny Doyle doubles as he slaps the ball past the dive of the third baseman. Lanier down the line, and that's going to plate 2 runs. Hutton from third. Boone from second. Gamble goes and is held up at third, and Denny Doyle's now 2 for 3. As he picks up 2 ribbies on that 2-out double. So it's second and third. As we forgot to load the bases up, but holy moly, the Phillies really loving this barnstorming tour. Picked up 4 runs here in what's become a... 5 runs. 5 runs, excuse me. 5 runs in the top of the 6th. A lot of 2-out damage. It's 6-1 Philadelphia. McDaniel has not spelled relief. He has spelled agita for these Yankee fans. Gamble's at 3rd. Doyle at 2nd. And here comes the number 9 batter, Larry BOWA. He is the 9th player to bat here in the top of the 6th, which will go down in not a very happy inning for the Yankees. Actually, what am I saying? He led off the 6th with a single and scored. Second time BOWA will bat. The pitch to BOWA for McDaniel. That's a 4. This 66. Uh-oh. 66. If it's hit to a negative fielder, it's going to be a base hit. BOWA swings the stick. That ball is hit to third base. Lanier knocks it down. He's a neutral fielder. Picks it up. Fires low to first. Scooped out of the dirt by ALOU. And the top of the 6th is finally over. But the Yankees plate 5. And they are now up 6-1. And if you're a betting man and you could take it now, it looks like it's good for Carlton. So we can close the book on Steve Kline, who was pitching well, pitch for pitch, until the 6th, when he fell apart. He gave up 4 runs. The 5th run, Boone, is charged to McDaniel. So he's given up 5 runs in total, Kline. And they were all earned. He struck out 5. And he's on the hook for the loss. So some big hitting by the Phillies. Who was the Phillies manager in 1972? That's a good question. I should know that. Someone check that out on Baseball Reference. I think they had 2 managers in 72. I think they fired the first. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. Yankees bats have to come alive with the sound of music, and that would be base hits. It's going to be Mercer, ALOU, and SWOBODA to face Steve Carlton. He's only given up 1 run. Frank Lucchese and Paul Owens. I was right. I knew it was 2 managers. Thank you very much, Mr. RJL518. He answers a question from our good friend MV, formerly Mousy Dread, or Mouse Dread. Here's Bobby Mercer. He's 0 for 2. Carlton deals in a lefty-lefty matchup to Mercer, and that's not going to go well for Bobby Mercer. That's a 72. Mercer swings the stick. Fly ball to right. Making the catch is Gamble, and Bobby's 0 for 3. One out, no one on for Felipe ALOU. ALOU has scored the only run for the Yankees. He's 1 for 2, a single and a fly out to right. And that's a 3. That's going to be a 26. And it's going to be a full count. Oh, no, 26. First base not occupied. That's a walk. My faux pas. That is a walk. Second time ALOU will get on. As we should change over. The Yankees are at bat. Put that over there. 1 out. ALOU's at first. Bottom of the 6th. So ALOU's at first, 1 out for Ronnie SWOBODA. SWOBODA has walked and struck out. The windup and the pitch from Carlton to SWOBODA. That's a 2. It's a 14. And that's a single. And Felipe ALOU will go first to third. It's an even roll. A 14 is a single, which we already know, to right. So SWOBODA singles to right. Here come the Yankees. First and third, 1 out. John Ellis coming to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Boy, if he can get a big hit, the Yankees are back in this game. Boone goes out to have a word with Carlton, now back behind the plate to face what's been a very dangerous DH in John Ellis. The windup and the pitch from Carlton to John Ellis. That's a 4. That's going to be a 13. And that's going to be another single. And that's another single to right. ALOU trots in from third, second time he's scored. Stopping at second on the odd roll is SWOBODA. And Ellis is now 3 for 3, 3 singles. And he picks up a ribby here. So the Yankees plate one. Still 1 out. It's now 6-2. If Carlton gives up another run, he can only go 8 innings per Pine Tower rules. So it's first and second. SWOBODA at second. Ellis at first for Horace Clarke. 1 out. 6-2 Phillies. Clarke digs in. Switch hitter batting righty. Boone pounds the mitt. Sets a target. The pitch to Horace Clarke. It's going to be a 57. Ground ball to short. They're not going to turn 2 on the 7. And fielder's choice. So they only get the middle runner. Advancing to third is SWOBODA. Out at second on the 4-6. 57 actually. Ground ball. Second, so I was right. Ellis is out. Clarke reaches on the fielder's choice 4-6. First and third now with 2 outs. Phillies will take that. They would have liked the double play that would have ended the inning. Instead, it's still 6-2. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. SWOBODA at third. Ellis out at second. Clarke at first on the fielder's choice. And that brings up the shortstop, Gene Michael. Michael, double play and a strikeout. He's 0 for 2. Will he make amends here? Carlton nods his head. He rocks and deals to Gene Michaels. 58. Michael swings the stick, grounds it to short. Up with it is BOWA. A strong throw to List, and the side is retired. The Yankees do pick up 1, but they strand 2. We go to the top of the 7th, still 6-2, Philadelphia. Lindy McDaniel comes back out on the mound for the Yankees, trying to keep it a 4-run deficit. Larry Harris, how you doing? C&D Baseball TV with Tony Porter, how you doing, my friend? Check out that wonderful Card and Dice baseball channel. He has 3 games going sometimes. I watch that crazy, his Vita Loco, when he plays his games. He did a little short video. He had 3 different games rolling. It was pretty funny. It was pretty cool. So, good for you, Tony. Hope all is well to everyone. All right. 6-2, 72 Phillies and Carlton over the 72 Yankees right now. Top of the 7th. Lindy back on the bump. Top of the order. He pitched only a third of an inning, so again, he's going to be an A-plus pitcher. And here comes Harmon. Harmon 1 for 3, a single, a line out, a fly out. He scored a run. Lindy McDaniel deals to Terry Harmon. Righty-righty matchup. That's going to be a 30, and that will be a possible walk, but against an A-plus pitcher. Strikeout! Oh, Harmon beefing with the home plate umpire, not happy at all. And Munson just gives him a look and then says, shut the hell up and go back to the bench. You got one of those calls. And now there's a little pushing and shoving, but order is restored. Order is restored, and Harmon not happy with that strikeout call, and Munson again motions him to go to his own bench and shut the hell up. Yankees in no mood to play. They're down by 4. As Christopher Anderson has joined us, it is the Christopher Anderson scoreboard. Hope all is well to my good friend, Chris Anderson. How'd everything go with Mom and Dad today? 1 out for Joe Liss. Liss is 1 for 3. A single, a ground out, and a strikeout. McDaniel deals to Liss, the first baseman. And that's a 62. How do you do? Ground ball, back to the pitcher. McDaniel knocks it down, calmly picks it up, flips to ALOU, 2 away. Scoring at home 1-3, 2 outs, base is empty for the Phillies. Top of the 7th, Phillies do lead 6-2. And here's the bull, Greg LUZINSKI. He's hitless, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He'd love to grip and rip. Munson goes through the signs. McDaniel, he's ready. He rocks and deals to Greg LUZINSKI. That's an 11. A positive fielder will rob the hit. 82. LUZINSKI hits the ball to left. Roy White makes the diving catch, and the side is retired. Roy White is a positive fielder, 82, and that's hit to left field. What a catch by Roy White. The Yankee fans give him a pleasant round of applause and a tremendous play by Roy White, denying LUZINSKI, who's now 0 for 4. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 6-2 Phillies. Carlton will be back up on the bump in our Steve Carlton 1972 Barnstorming Tour. Excellent, excellent, Christopher. Good to hear, good to hear. So LUZINSKI is denied. Carlton back up on the bump. As our good friend Tony Porter not happy with Harmon of the Phillies. So it's going to be LAIER, top of the order, White and Munson to face Carlton. LAIER is 1 for 2. He is singled and lined out to short. He could be 2 for 2, but Larry BOWA made a leaping catch. LAIER swung the stick pretty well against Steve Carlton. Now for the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for it's root for your favorite team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Lefty Steve Carlton ready to work. Hal LAIER steps in the right-hander's batter's box to face Carlton. He doesn't have to wait long. Pitch homeward bound by Steve Carlton. And that is a 71. LAIER hits the ball to right. Oscar Gamble, throw and all, makes the catch. 1 down. It's going to be an upward battle, to say the least, for the Yankees to come back against Steve Carlton. This is his second barnstorming game. The first one against the 65 Dodgers and Sandy Koufax. That was a doozy, folks. So here's Roy White, who made that great play to rob LUZINSKI of a hit to end the top of the 7th. Switch hitter batting righty. Boone goes through the signs. Carlton, a quick nod of the head. Now he deals to Roy White, and that is a 54. Roy White smacks one back to Carlton. He snares it. Tosses to Liss at first. 2 away. So 2 down, as that's 1-3. And we got the wrong team up. Let's go like that. There we go. 2 outs. We had that right by mistake. All right, cool. I need a scoreboard operator. So there's 2 outs. Base is empty for the Yankee catcher, Thurman Munson. And chirping from third is Harmon. Harmon chirping at Munson. Munson asks for time, glares down at third, and says some things that Jesus wouldn't say to Harmon. And now he steps back in the box. The windup and the pitch to the Yankee catcher, Thurman Munson, and that is a 93. Munson sends that ball to left. Going back at the track, reaching up and making the catch is Greg LUZINSKI. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. Munson is 0 for 4. We go to the top of the 8th, 6-2 Phillies. Carlton has only given up 2 runs. He'll be able to pitch the 9th as long as he does not give up another run. Munson is out. Top of the 8th. Due up for the Phillies, MONTANEZ, Hutton, and Boone. Lindy has pitched an inning and a third. We're going to let him go the whole inning as long as he gets the outs. We're not going to get picky with that. CD, cards, and TV with Tony Porter says, rolling out of my car for 3 days and nights. Are you on the road, Tony? I think you said you were going on the road. Or I get that mixed up with somebody else. Hope all is well, Tony. As Chris Anderson says, I can be there in 10 minutes. We might have to have you come over one of these nights to operate the scoreboard. Because I forget. Here we go. MONTANEZ, hitless. Does have an RBI and a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 3. McDaniel deals to MONTANEZ. That's a 1. That's a 97. MONTANEZ sends that ball to left. White moving to his right makes the catch. And MONTANEZ is 0 for 4. So that's 1 out as MONTANEZ flies out to left. And by the miracle of God, I remembered to do the scoreboard. And here comes Tom Hutton. Hutton at the plate. Oh, is something going to happen between him and Munson? They've had words. Hutton just ignoring Munson. Munson sort of looks at him. Munson sets up inside. Oh, Nelly. Here's the pitch from McDaniel. They're going to try to get it in tight. And that is a 4. They coming in tight. That's a 13. And that is a single. Hutton gets his hands in and rips a shot. A single to right. So they try to really come in tight. And Hutton gets the last laugh. He singles. He is 3 for 4. He's doubled and now singled twice. He's scored 2 runs. Hutton looks back at Munson. Gives him a glare. Munson stands up. Glares back at him. Testy times here in the Bronx. Tribes Fan 879 has joined us at the stadium. Check out that wonderful channel and his Tom Seaver replay. I believe there's 5 games. 1, 2, 3. I've watched 2. I've listened to 2. I think there's 4 or 5 games up. 1971 replay. Tom Seaver, Stratomatic Card and Dice. And check it out. Wonderful channel. Tribes Fan 879. All right, here we go. Bob Boone is knocked in 2. He's 2 for 3. 2 singles. He scored a run. McDaniel deals to Bobby Boone. That's a 4. That's a 34. This could be a double play. No, it's going to be a range or error check. Get to the kitchen, as Kirk Berglund likes to say. So let's see who this ball's hit to. Red and white die will determine where it's hit. Blue die if it's an error. And it might not be an error. We never know. That's a 22. And that ball's hit to first. Felipe ALOU. Of course, I wouldn't write his error chance down because, you know, it would be the one guy I forgot to write his error chance. So let's see what... I want to say he's a 4, so he's going to boot the ball. And no, he's a 5, so he does boot the ball. So Felipe ALOU makes the error at first. Took his eyes off of it, as I forgot to write the error chance in. He's a 5, so that's... A 5 and lower is an error, and we rolled a 4. And let's just double check. 22, first base. He makes the error. Advancing to second is Hutton. Safe at first on the E3 with 1 out is Boone. That could be a costly error here, and I keep using the wrong color freaking pen for McDaniel. So that's an E3. Third time Boone's been on base, but this time via the error. First and second, 1 out. Here comes Oscar Gamble. This could be the last batter for McDaniel. The pitch to Gamble. Last time up, he got hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 2. That's a 3. That's a 32. And he gets hit by the pitch again. Oh, boy. And now there are words from both dugouts. Gamble's not too happy. It's the second time Lindy McDaniel's hit him. A brouhaha could be brewing. We have bases juiced, and that's going to be it for Lindy McDaniel, who has been pure poop. So the bases are juiced, 1 out. And seeing it's a barnstorming tour, Lindy McDaniel, he only pitched 1 2/3. Single. Did he even pitch 1 2/3? Yes, he did. He did. Got that there. Five 2/3 for Kline. See, because I forgot to put the inning marker in. 8th. No, he didn't. He only pitched 2. He was only pitched out. 1 2. Yeah, he did. He got the out here. This is where I made the mistake. I didn't make a mistake. I just forgot to put the 7th inning over there. All right, he's pitched an inning and 2/3, and he's done. He's responsible for all the runners on, and so far he's only given up 1 run, and he has struck out 1. And we're going to go to Sparky Lyle. Why not? So here comes Sparky Lyle. You wanted to use him while you're ahead, but again, it's a barnstorming tour. So here comes Mr. Sparky Lyle, who the Red Sox traded for Danny Cater. Don't get me started on that one. Danny freaking Cater for Sparky Lyle. Nice trade, Boston. So here comes Sparky Lyle. And he's going to face Denny Doyle with the bases loaded. Here we go. Hutton at third. Boone at second. Oscar Gamble with his second tattoo on his back at first. Doyle has singled, struck out, and doubled in 2-run. Bases juice for Sparky Lyle. He's a left-handed thrower, A-plus pitcher at home. Here's the pitch. Lefty, lefty. Ooh, should we go to somebody else? Doyle's an E. Not that they have a lot of good hitters on this team. Here comes Don Money. Don Money will pinch hit, stay into play third, and will move Harmon to second. So Denny Doyle, even though you knocked in 2, he's out of the game. Doyle's out of the game. And here comes Don Money to pinch hit and stay in the game and play third. So Money will come in. He'll play third base. Harmon will move to second base. Hopefully I remember that. Money's error rating is at third. Well, he only plays third. Error chance is 3, and he's a moderate runner. All right, Don Money comes in. He's a right-handed batter. Lyle and Munson regroup. Here's the pitch to Don Money from Sparky Lyle. That's a 4. It's a 43. Double play will end the inning, as that ball is going to be a ball hit to first. 43, ball hit to... Oh, it will not be a double play. That stinks. Fielder's choice, runner at third advances. Another run on the fielder's choice. And the Phillies now go up 7-2. As we were playing for 2, I thought we were getting a double play ball there. Double check that. 43 against a lefty. Ground ball to first. A 3 to the first baseman. Fielder's choice, runner at third advances. And there you have it. So Money, fielder's choice, picks up a ribby. Hutton scores from third. Boone advances to third. Out at second on the force out. 6-3 is Gamble. So that's a fielder's choice, 6-3. There we go. And another run. He's out. 2. Now 7-2. Phillies with 2 outs. So they do get the run in. They wanted a little more than that, but they get the run in. I thought we were going to get a double play there. Gamble's out. Money at third. And here's Larry BOWA. 2 outs. Runners on the corner. 7-2 Phillies. The pitch to BOWA. Things just get bad for the Yankees. That's a 21. And that's a single. So BOWA, I mean, the Phillies are hitting like the 1930 version of the Phillies. Pretty good decade for the Phillies in the 30s, right? Or is that that's the Philadelphia A's, though? No, they had the No, that was the Cardinals. Getting my old teams mixed up. So that's a single on the 21. Things are not going well for Yankee pitching, and that's a single to center. Another run charged to McDaniel as Boone scores from third. Holding at second is Money. And BOWA picks up his second hit and first ribby. So it's first and second. 8-2. Lyle doesn't spell relief. This Yankee pitching staff's getting bludgeoned by a team that really didn't hit well. But again, we made the lineups the way we wanted to make it. We used players who they didn't use a lot. So it's a barnstorming tour. Top of the order, Terry Harmon. Lyle to Harmon. 2:56. This will end the inning. Harmon swings the stick. Grounds it to Michael at short, who throws to Felipe ALOU. The side finally retired. 2 more runs score. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 8-2 Philadelphia. This barnstorming tour in the Bronx going quite well for Steve Carlton and the 72 Phillies. 6 outs away from a victory. Money is at third. Harmon moves to second, which, okay, so what I forgot to do with Money is a positive fielder at third. His error chance is a 3. Harmon is a positive fielder at second, where he was a negative fielder at third. So we'll just write Harmon's name in anyway. There we go. And he still stays an error chance 2. And he's still a moderate runner. Steve Carlton back up on the mound. 6 outs away from a complete game victory as we move the whole baseball field. All right, here we go. Carlton will face Bobby Mercer. Felipe ALOU and Ron SWOBODA. 8-2 Phillies. Good God, that's a month worth of runs. Here's the pitch to Bobby Mercer. And that's a 25. Mercer laces one foul, steps back in the box, and then he promptly strikes out because Steve Carlton is an A-plus pitcher all the way through the game. That's where the pitching grade comes in quite handy. Another strikeout for Steve Carlton. So Mercer just misses a single and strikes out. 1 down for the Yankees, and the bottom of the 8th, they're 5 outs away from defeat. Carlton's now struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will he pick up the strikeout pace? Here's Felipe ALOU, the pitch from Carlton. That's a 4, and that is a 55, and that's an automatic strikeout. Will he strike out the side? Carlton in a groove. He wants that ball back. The pitch to Ronnie SWOBODA. That is a 97. SWOBODA lines out to the second baseman, Harmon. And 1, 2, 3. Go the Yankees. So again, Carlton through 8 has only given up 2 runs. Pitching modifier. Starter allows 2 or less runs. +1 to maximum innings pitched. So he can pitch the 9th. Looking for a complete game here. Lyle back up on the bump. He'll face LUZINSKI, and MONTANEZ. Top of the 9th. 8-2 Cardinals. And a dominant performance by Steve Carlton. Second game in our barnstorming tour. First one, took on Sandy Koufax and the 65 Dodgers. That was a great, unbelievable game. Check it out if you want. Lyle to deal to Liss. Liss has 1 hit and 4 at-bats. Here's the pitch to Joe Liss from Sparky Lyle. And that's a 0-2. And that will be a double. Liss gets a hold of that. Bangs off the wall in right. And he picks up his second hit. It's a double. So Joe Liss at second, no outs. The Bull, Greg LUZINSKI's up. And that is a 17. LUZINSKI might get his first hit, and he does! LUZINSKI gets his first hit. Liss, a slow runner, will stop at third as that ball was hit to left. So the Bull, Greg LUZINSKI, gets a hit. These Phillies aren't done yet. Yankees just, doesn't matter who they throw up there, they're not getting the rolls. Here's the pitch to Willie Montanez. 5, that's a 64. Ground ball to short. Ground ball to short. The run will score from third as they don't turn 2 and they weren't playing the infield in. LUZINSKI's out at second. Montanez gets another RBI and a fielder's choice, this time 6-4. So Montanez there. 1 out. Another run scores for the Phillies. It's 9-2. LUZINSKI out at second. He's forced out. Montanez at first. Here's Tom Hutton. And that's a 6, so it's an 83. If 83's in the air, fly ball to Mercer in center. 2 outs. Montanez retreats back to first. And here's Bobby Boone. Lyle to Boone looking to end the inning, and he's not gonna. That's a 26. First base occupied. He's an A-plus pitcher, so it's a 3-2 count. We do it again. Munson sets the target. The pitch to his counterpart, Bobby Boone. That's a 464. Boone. As OBS has reconnected, unconnected. God, OBS, what the hell's wrong with you? We go to the bottom of the 9th. 9-2, Phillies. Carlton looking for another complete game. Yep. As Christopher Slovak says, wow, the 6th inning. 6th inning, it all came apart. The wheels on the Yankee bus came off. They no longer went round, round, round. Round, round, round. All right. Carlton 3 outs away from a complete game, 9-2 victory. John Ellis is 3 for 3, 3 singles and a ribby. Can Carlton finally get him? The pitch to Johnny Ellis. It's a 2. He will. It's a 48. And that'll be a ground ball to short. Up with it is BOWA. Over to Liss. 1 down. And finally, John Ellis is retired. Here's Horace Clarke. Clarke. Infield single and 2 fielders' choice. 1 on a failed sack attempt. The pitch to Horace from Steve Carlton. And that is a 25. A-plus pitcher still. 25 would normally be a walk, but that call is not going to go Horace Clarke's way. That is a strikeout, and Clarke is incensed. 2 down. And the Yankees not... Oh, we got the outs right just by mistake because we didn't change anything. So here we go. 2 outs, base is empty, and Clark not happy with that call. Gene Michael comes up. Thurman, Munson screaming from the dugout. Gene Michael, the last hope. Lanier on deck. The pitch to Gene Michael. Switch hitter batting righty. That's a 3. That's a 92. That ball is lifted to left. Greg LUZINSKI waiting for it. He makes the catch. This ball game is over. It is all over here in the Bronx, as that is out number 3. The Yankees go quietly in the bottom of the 9th. A huge 6th inning. Really finished the Yanks off. Final score, Steve Carlton and the 72 Phillies 9. The 1972 Yankees 2. A big 6th inning where Steve Kline just fell apart. McDaniel couldn't stop the bleeding, and neither could Sparky Lyle. So the win goes to Steve Carlton. The loss goes to Kline. And I have to say, Steve Carlton is player of the game. There you have it, folks. Another fun one in our Steve Carlton 1972 barnstorming tour using pine tar baseball. Stay tuned for more of the barnstorming tour on the channel. I'd like to thank RJL518. Check out his wonderful channel. Christopher Slovak, thank you very much. Check out his YouTube channel. Of course, our good friend Tony Porter, and that's C&D Baseball TV with Tony Porter, and he'll be rolling a game out of his car, literally. So check that out. TribesFan879 and his 1971 Tom Seaver replay. Please check out his channel. Jake Cruz, how you doing? Sorry I missed you earlier. Christopher Anderson, always good to see my good friend Christopher Anderson. And that's the scoreboard, the Chris Anderson scoreboard. Sports Time Machine, Mr. Utah Mike, hope all is well. Check out his fabulous channel. I missed him earlier. Larry Harris, how you doing? Thank you for coming. MV, former Mousy Dread, thank you, thank you, thank you. Captain Carl 8, Clinton Parks, and Dave Little, check out his wonderful YouTube channel. Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt. So thank you very much. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Again, we're going to have a lot of fun with the Steve Carlton. We might not go 72 next. We might pick another great team to pitch against, but we might go 72. We don't know. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, share all that good stuff. Come back. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, hit the bell for notification, but most of all, check out the other wonderful YouTube content creators in our community. I named a few, and there's many more. Thank you very much. Stay safe, be smart, health and happiness. Till next time, take care. God bless. I greatly appreciate your time. Steve Carlton, 1972 Phillies barnstorming tour with Steve Carlton pitching all the games. Victorious 9-2 over the 72 Yankees. You know what's coming, folks. I love you all, and peace!